Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to explain how software testing is performed. So how software testing is performed. In the previous session, I explained that who will develop the software? Developers will build or develop the software. Here, developers build the software, right? This you already know. Now, whether the developers have properly developed this particular software or correctly developed this software or not, who will check or perform testing? Testers. Testers will check by performing software testing. The software testers will check whether this particular software has been developed by the developers in a proper and correct way or not. If not, what the testers will do? Testers will report the defects. Testers will report the defects. To whom the testers will report the defects? To the developers. And developers have to fix them. Once the developers fix this particular defects, testers have to recheck whether these particular defects have been properly fixed or not. If they are properly fixed, testers will close the defects. This will indirectly improve and increase the quality of the software. This thing I already have covered in the previous session, right? In the previous session or sessions. But I would like to give a small or short demo. Okay, small or short demo on how actually in real time software testers are going to perform software testing on the given application. Let's say the software testers are given this particular application for testing. Let's say this particular web application, e-commerce web application, is given for testing to the software testers. Let's say the developers have developed or built this particular web application and they have given this for testing to the software testers. Now, the software testers need to check whether this particular software web application is developed properly and correctly or not. Okay. So, will the software testers directly go and check whether this particular software has been developed properly or not? Properly or correctly or not? Will they directly interact with the web application and perform testing? The answer is no. There will be definitely some process. What is that process? In real time, what is the kind of process or how the software testing is actually performed in real time? So testers at a high level, guys, this is short demo, okay? It may not be, full detailed. I'm not covering the full process of software testing, but the important aspects of software testing that software testers follow in real time in the form of short demo I'm giving here, okay? It is a short demo only, okay? Don't treat this particular demo as a in detailed demo. This is short demo for you to get the idea because we are learning software testing basics only for Selenium automation purpose. That's the reason. Okay. I'm not giving a detailed demo, a short demo of important things that in real time how the software testers will perform the testing of the application. Okay. I'm giving a short demo. Important things I'll cover here. Okay. So instead of the software testers directly testing this particular software functionality to see whether the developers have developed them properly and correctly or not, what the software testers will first do is they will create the test cases. Software testers will first create the test cases. What are test cases? How do they look like? The test cases will be something like this, guys. You see, for register functionality of the application. In this e-commerce application, where is the register functionality? Here. If you select the register option here, you will get the register functionality. To test this register functionality, the software testers have created so many test cases here. How many test cases they have created for this? 27 test cases they have created. So test cases will look something like this. Verify registering an account by providing only the mandatory fields. So here, one of the way of testing this particular register account functionality by software testers is they will only provide the mandatory fields. Okay, with mandatory fields is a user be able to create the account or not? The software testers are checking. So here are the steps. First thing, prerequisite is open the application in any browser. Open the application in any browser. Once the application is opened in the browser, we need to click on My Account drop menu. We need to click on My Account drop menu. Then you'll get register and login options. The next step is click on register option. We need to select the register option. Then, okay. Then enter new account details into the mandatory fields. Enter new account details only into the mandatory fields. That is first name, last name, email, telephone, password, password confirm, and privacy policy fields. Enter new account details, brand new account details. Okay, here I need to enter some brand name. Okay, I'll give my first name, I'll give my last name, I'll give an email address. Okay, a brand new email address. Then I have to give a telephone number. All these are mandatory fields. Hashtag symbols are nothing but mandatory fields. Then password. I need to enter a password. I need to enter password confirm. Okay. Then do I need to select this newsletter option? No. No need to do anything. Its instructions are not there here. Then we need to select the privacy policy field. After that, we need to click on the continue button. Here we need to click on the continue button and check whether the account is getting created or not. Here expected result 1 is there. ER1. Where is this ER1? Here. Expected result. So if it is working according to the expected result, if this particular thing is working according to this expected result, then we'll pass the test. Okay. User should be logged in. Did we get logged in? Yes. User logout option is coming means user got logged in. After clicking on the continue button, did we logged in? Yes. Logout is coming means user got logged in. And is taken to which page? Account success page. Are we on the account success page? Yes. Account success page. This is account success page only. Yes, we are taken to the account success page and proper details should be displayed on the page. Your account has been created. Congratulations, your new account has been. All these are the proper details. Yes, proper details got created on the account. Then again, we need to click on the continue button. There is a continue button on the account success page. We need to click on that. Then expected result 2, we need to verify. User should be taken to the account page. Did the user taken to the account page? Yes. And a confirm email should be sent to the email and all those stuff. Okay. Like that. Did that particular email has received in email or not? We have to check. If it is not, so in this particular application, no email is being received to the registered email address. Okay. So while creating the account, whatever the email address I mentioned, right, to that a welcome email should come from this application, but that email is not coming. Okay. Let's say that particular email is not coming. So like this, the software testers will create a lot of test cases, verify registering an account by providing only the mandatory fields, verify whether this particular email is being received, okay, to the registered email address after creating an account. Here, verify registering an account by providing here only mandatory fields, but here with all the fields. If you are creating the account without filling any fields, without filling the mandatory fields, are you getting some warning messages or not? Like that, a lot of test cases are created here for testing the register account functionality. Similarly, for login functionality, also a lot of test cases are there. For logout functionality, also a lot of test cases are there. For forgot password, also a lot of. So for each and every functionality of this application, the software testers have created the test cases. Okay. Before testing the application, the software testers have created these test cases. I'll be attaching these test cases, okay, in the resources section of this video. Okay, I'll attach these test cases in this particular course, so you can cross check how to use. You can download this test case document and you can work on it, guys. Okay, according to your needs. Fine, I'll be attaching these test cases in this course. Don't worry. Fine. So many test cases you see for each and every functionality in the application, testers have created the test cases first. So here directly testers will not perform the testing of the application. Rather, they will ideate the test cases. For creating these test cases, we need to generate a lot of ideas in what different ways the software testers need to perform the testing. We will generate the ideas and that ideas will convert into the test cases. And later, okay, later when we have to perform testing of this application, the software testers will use this test cases and execute these test cases and if this part and give the results here. Okay, they will pass the test case, they will fail the test case and so on. Okay, they will perform testing with the help of these test cases in real time. This is what happens, guys. First the software testers will create the test cases and using the test cases they will perform the testing of the application. Okay, they'll perform testing of the different functionalities of the application. Okay, now when while performing the testing of this particular test cases, with the help of these test cases, when the tester is performing the testing of the application, some test cases will pass, some test cases will fail. When a particular test case pass, tester don't have to do anything. They'll simply move on to the next test case. But if a particular test case fails, if a particular test case fails for a particular functionality of the application, testers should not immediately go to the next test case. They should stop here and report a defect. For the failed test case, testers have to report a defect. Here for the failed test cases, testers need to do what? Testers will run the test cases or execute test cases as part of testing. As part of testing, testers will execute the test cases and report defects for failed test cases. Report defects for failed test cases. How the testers will report the defects for the failed test cases? For the failed test cases, testers will report the defects like this. For example, this is a defect. Thank you for registering email is not received to the registered email address after registering an account. These are the steps you have to follow. So we need to create an account and observe that expected result is user should receive the thank you for registering email to the registered email address. But what is actually happening? Actual result is no email is coming. Okay. User account is getting created, but the email with subject is not received to the registered email address. So that's why we are failing the test case and we are reporting this kind of defect. This is how we need to report the defect. Okay. And this defect will be reported to whom? Developers. This kind of defect will be reported to whom? The developers. Report defects to the for the failed test cases to whom? Developers. And developers have to fix this particular defects. And once fixed, they need to inform the software testers. Okay. They need to inform the software testers. Software testers have to recheck whether this particular reported defects have been fixed by the developers in the software or not. If they are really fixed, the testers will close the defects. And once the defects are closed, what will happen? Indirectly, the quality of the software is increased or improved. Okay. So this is what happens in real time, guys. These are the main aspects. Testers will not directly perform testing. They'll create this kind of test cases for each and every functionality of the application, and testers will then report the defects. Okay, testers will then report the defects for the failed test cases, which need to be fixed by the developers. Okay, fine. So hope guys you got an idea how software testing is performed by the testers. Theoretically, it may look different, but practically it is okay. With this short demo, I hope you have understood the basic process of software testing, which is enough for you to understand the Selenium test automation. This much amount of basic knowledge of software testing is enough, guys. This much amount of basic knowledge on software testing is enough for understanding Selenium test automation. Okay, with this knowledge, you can continue learning the Selenium test automation. Okay, some people may think that they may think that I need to learn the entire software testing. Okay, in detail they have to learn before they start learning the Selenium test automation, but you don't have to do like that anyhow. Here, this much amount of knowledge is more than enough. Okay, whatever I covered as part of this software testing basics in this particular course is more than enough for you to continue your journey in learning the Selenium test automation in the upcoming sessions. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye bye.